think we keep this on 6. I just put back the Persist since I have the gifts. Don't have any black mana either. I'd get this on 7 for sure. Lantern. Huh. Well, Teferi's pretty good against Lantern. Trying to think. This card is straight up dead in the matchup. Second Lantern. Main deck Relic. Barf. Hopefully they draw. I mean, they have to draw the Portable Hole. They're not going to sack a Lantern to shuffle it. What? Feels not worth. Alright, let's shuffle here. Very definitely seems really important here. I do think that I want to make sure that I can get a use out of it before they can potentially needle. So let me just bounce the most mana intensive card here. Chalice is very strong too, especially if Teferi can bounce the 1-drops. But they might mill the Chalice. They have main deck Cage too. I mean, we could just hardcast Archon, maybe. Seems like a tough matchup. I'm not sure. We have 4 Prismatic Endings in the main deck too. That card seems very good against my opponent. They get the Shredder. I just don't know. Okay. They also shuffled away their Cage, right? So I kind of want to draw this. Let's just see what happens here. Lemon, thank you for your Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. They have a Needle on top, which I'm kind of scared of. Yeah, I want to draw the Persist. So because what we can do is we can Unmarked Grave and then respond to the Relic Sack with Persist, and we can force the Relic Sack by bouncing it, Prismatic Ending, blah, blah, blah. Next turn though, they're going to go needle my Teferi, but in order to I can drown it, and in order for them to stop me from drowning it, they'll have to sack their relic, which I'm happy to make that trade. Okay, they relic themselves. Still the case that they would have to sack their relic to stop. Oh, okay. Well, they get to cast another copy of Bridge, which was an unknown card in hand. But one we can deal with as long as the Teferi Time Raveler is still, in play. My opponent know about Drown? They probably do from like the Lantern, right? Well, either way, they're playing around it. Okay, so we're gonna get, I think, Chalice of the Void, Prismatic Ending, Archmage's Charm. Thirst for Knowledge? Ace, 14 months, welcome back, appreciate you. I'll get 5 subs if we outlantern them by stealing Shredders. Probably not. I will not. They take that line if it ends up being the correct play. No, I don't think I want to get Snap in the face of the Relic. Wrong. Be pretty good content, I agree. Legionnaire, thank you for your subscription. Esther brought me a taco a bit ago. I want to shuffle away the Drown. Archon on top is interesting. We have Needle on top. We have Needle in hand. And Welding Jar. I'm just gonna go and take this opportunity to get an Archon and play. And then we need to find another window to answer the bridge. Oh wait, oh yeah, wait. Prismatic Ending has got to be that answer. Also, stealing Codex Shredder is actually really good in this spot, right? Because I get to play Lantern for them too. Oh, they drew Whir? Oh no. Well, what do they get? Actually, another Shredder? Probably another Shredder, right? They get Pixis. They Needle the Teferi, I'm assuming. We're drawing another Shredder, but we can drown it. I should take the Pixis, right? Because I can activate it, huh? Is Shredder better? I guess we take Shredder because we could activate Shredder to get a card back from our yard. So yeah. Then we're gonna counter the Shredder that they cast here. So maybe Thunderstriker will have to gift us the subs. I don't think I Shredder anything now. I kind of want to keep it the Shredder to protect from the Pixis, you know? So I think I'm just gonna put Rites in my graveyard right now. Not a tricky game. I think that we are ahead here. Yeah, I'm fine with this activation happening. I don't want them to draw Whir. Inquisition's a bit annoying, but we can counter it. I guess they can Pixis again. The Teferi is Needled, not really accomplishing that much for us. The we're gonna get got by the Thoughtseize next turn anyway, so I think I'm just gonna cast this now. And I like, yeah, I'm happy if they Pixis. Oh, I could have maybe I should have Shallow Graved for maybe I should have Shallow Graved for Prismatic Ending, so that way I could Shredder it back. Probably fine not to. Did you need to work on the Dimwitch Brew? Not yet, no. At some point. Okay, so this allows us to go snap Unmarked Grave, put Prismatic Ending in the graveyard. Wait, hold on, what did they just draw? Was it not Thoughtseize? They drew Prismatic Ending? Oh no, I totally should have milled that. I was looking at chat. So now I guess I want the Snapcaster in the yard. It's gonna be really hard to win from here. Yeah, I guess I need them to Pixis the Snapcaster, then I need to draw something else. That's like my only window. Damn it. Cookbook on top? You can snap Archmage Charm their Pixis. Well, I can't get the Snapcaster there. The shuffles are relevant here. Ugh. Not sure if I need to be that. I mean, Saga gives them another artifact, I guess. I think I need to wait one more turn. Okay, so Charm is a card that they need to Pixis. They go ahead and do that, and now that's another card that they need to Pixis. Okay, which means I guess it's not, but yeah, I guess that's actually not going to do that much for them, but they don't necessarily know that. So they probably should Pixis it. They put another Shredder on top, which we are going to counter. What an intense game. Yeah, I wonder if my opponent can suss out that the Gifts is not going to do much for me. Okay, they are not able to figure that out. Okay, Chalice doesn't do much here, so I'm going to shuffle. We just need to shuffle and try to find Prismatic Ending. Or Archmage's Charm. So we have 3 outs. Exciting stuff. Might as well shock. Miss. One more look. Charm! Okay, Charm. Although, wait, hold on. Charm. Hold on. Charm can steal the Pixis, but then they get another Shredder here. Anybody have any idea what's exiled the Pixis? Probably not. Steal Lantern and Sacco, then they get it with Saga. Can't you activate Pixis? Stuff. I'm not even sure there's anything relevant there. That's probably the line, though. Spatu, 15 months, appreciate ya. Oh yeah, Snapcaster was exiled, right. They've already used their needle's already in play. I don't think they have a second needle. I need to do this before they can activate their Pixis. What a game, huh? We don't have a Prismatic Ending in the graveyard, though. You can just wait until Ending is milled? I can, huh? I can also go... I guess I don't have a reanimation spell in my hand. What a headache, huh? Cool game, though. I think draw 2 is the line there. I can't. I don't think so. This gives me another draw 2. They have a second needle. Damn it. But they have a second needle, but they also have no control over my. Oh wait, they got Shredder back. Okay. I didn't think that they would have a second needle in their main deck. Cool game. We're dead. Got a lot of sideboard cards though. Got a lot of sideboard cards. I guess I'm gonna go cut the brutalities. And I'm gonna cut the Unmarked Grave Persist, cut 1 Archon, just leave like 1 Rites, 1 Archon to go with my Gifts. Maybe Counterspell's not that good against them. I like the Chalices. Looks pretty good to me. Maybe I'm kind of feeling the 61 card special actually. I don't know. Throw artifacts up Shredder. Yeah, I just feel like that's not that relevant. Oh, maybe it is. It doesn't stop Pixis. I also am like, I'm also like cited out of the I've cited out of the reanimation plan. I just have 1 Rites and 1 Archon to go with my Gifts. Well, Kataki seems pretty good on this board. Top 10 moments taken before disaster. Nice Glimmer Voids. Wow, that game one was a drag, but that one's pretty fast, huh? Alright, I think I like our sideboard plan. I'm really feeling the 61 card, I don't know. Keepable hand. Yeah, Glimmer Void checks on every instep. My opponent's gonna name Engineered Explosives. I guess I could maybe should have got Watery Grave, although we're not super heavy black post board. And Prismatic Ending that. My deck is a lot worse against Saga post board though. I do have explosives to answer like the constructs for now, but also drawing a few more lands that I might like. Hey Lamb, how you doing today? Thanks for your resub. Alright, second construct. Probably grab Lantern. They get a second needle. I guess that makes sense. That's 2 needles down. In theory, they're going to be out. We can go Snap Ending next turn. Although I think I might just want to counter this. Yeah, I need to counter that. So go Snap Ending, we can EE on 0. We're going to take a big couple hits, but they can't put any more pressure on our life total without another Saga. Need to draw some spells. That is a spell. Oh no, Grafdigger's Cage. Shit. It's all too late. Well, I guess we're kind of bad shape, huh? Right, let's kill a construct token. Hope to draw well. Our top card is Glacial Fortress. Another Prismatic Ending on top. See if they have a way to get rid of my Prismatic Ending. It's kind of like my opponent's been lanterning me the whole game. Yeah, we could have gone. We could have still had the Snapcaster in our hand, and then get rid of the cage. It is kind of interesting though. We have a block on the construct because once we sack the explosives, all their stuff dies here. I don't know if they're gonna realize that. They have Whir for 2. I guess I'm gonna play around Spyglass. Do you think they have 3 needles? Is there any chance? Do they put? I mean, they can do X or less. Is there any chance they have 3 needles though? Zara, 7 months, welcome back. Appreciate ya. Yeah, it's true. Welding jar gets them here. I'm just gonna sack. I feel like this doesn't. I'm not in great shape though. They get another lantern. Their hand is ensnaring. Their hand is 2 ensnaring bridges and a mystery card. So we actually we have a block here because they can't really play these bridges. 5, 6, 7. Unless if their last card's another cheap artifact, then we're in bad shape. But if they cast a bridge, I'm not that. Oh, it's Prismatic Ending. Okay, well. Nothing to do with play my land pass. 1 mana short of hard casting this. They play Pixis, grow this to 3/3. They exile the Archmage's Charm. And now this land lets me hardcast Archon, kill their construct. But the problem is, of course, that they have 2 bridges in their hand. And another one on top. And then we have to, like, they have Lantern Pixis going. So they're going to cast Bridge. But now we get to draw Charm, which is a big deal. No way, I don't think my opponent might Lantern me, I guess. They did Lantern me. And so do they upkeep Pixis? Because they know their top card is Bridge. They do. They drew Whir? Oh no. Hey, we have 1 draw step here. And it's a Flooded Strand. Damn it. Although Flooded Strand is a shuffle effect at least. Another land on top. Brutal. I think I shuffle. Just try to have 2 good cards on top now. Yeah, so now this gets Pixisted. I think they might just let me have it. They let me have it. Wow. Interesting. I guess it makes sense. Just pay. Yeah, then of course there's another one on top. Wait, they didn't Pixis? I guess they want to draw their Whir. But their Whir's not that good with the Kataki in play because they have to tap their mana. Yeah, so they end up Pixising on the upkeep instead. So that was a huge mistake. All of a sudden now I have this on top of my library. They have to Lantern me. Now I have another thing they need to Lantern. Now their Lanterns are gone again. They get another one with Saga next turn, I think. They might be out of Lanterns. 1, 2, yeah, 3 in the yard. We drew Archmage's Charm. Do we still Pixis right now? No, I think I'm gonna make them pay the mana for Pixis first. Yeah, and like let them Saga, of course. What a match, huh? They got Shredder? Why'd they get Shredder? Did I draw 2? Are they trying to get a card back? I have no idea I need to like write down what's exiled with Pixis. Now I just draw 2 and win? I mean, that's only if like do I know my top cards? I think I just draw 2, yeah. I've got a lot of outs to this bridge. Okay. The counterspells are good here, unless they draw another Saga. Can you get back Ending? By stealing the Shredder? Ooh, maybe that was good. I mean, I've got 28 cards. I don't feel like I'm dying to mill. I do have a lot of answers to these, but didn't draw any. But yeah, stealing Shredder was probably the line. I'll counter this. Big draw step. Big Drowned Catacomb, huh? Mill a Hallowed Fountain. Thanks, opponent. No, I didn't ever try out Abundant Harvest and Bring to Light Valky. I think it's not. I don't think it's a card you want. Where like untap green mana on turn 1 is just like really hard to have. Okay. Mill over explosives. The wall behind me is just a collage of inside jokes from the stream over the years. Tina's scratching real hard. Scratch. They're just a collage of inside jokes over the years. Alright, we have 22 cards left in our library. We've got Teferis and explosives and prismatic endings. There we go. What a match. I kind of always like playing against Lantern. It can be a little annoying sometimes, but you have a lot of like unique decisions that you never get to make in other matchups. Yeah, once you understand, I agree with Fred exactly. Once you know when you need to concede against Mill, it becomes a lot more fun. But it is playing Luris, Multa 6 on the play. Good hand against Luris with ending Chalice of the Void. They both a 5. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Mr. Sari, 10 months, 6 the other day. Sure thing, bud. I watched a little bit of your stream. I like the Naya scales list. I think it looks cool. Hammer time? Alright, take your 2 for 1. Get out of here. So we can't snap prismatic ending this. No, I can't snap ending the 8 because there's just Chalice on 1. I have to spend 1 more mana. Yeah, so we're either gonna steal the so if they equip all the construct, we'll steal the construct, and if they animate Nexus, I think we have to steal Sigarda's Aid. Yeah, so now we have to steal Sigarda's Aid. Right? Because they can just activate Nexus again to give it flying over the construct. Derek Duncan says no in all caps. Wait till Hammer's on the stack. Well, if Hammer's on the stack, the stealing the 8 does nothing, right? Do I not understand that interaction? I believe if I wait till the Hammer trigger is on the stack, then the ability does nothing. I have to do it now. Cool game. No, I don't think I can steal the Hammer because it says if an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach it to creature you control. So that trigger still goes on the stack. I would steal the Hammer, and then it would say they would still not it would still attach the Hammer to the creature, I think. But in that situation, I think I'd rather have the Sigarda's Aid anyways to play around more another Saga. So now if we draw a land, we can go snap ending on the construct. Okay, now we just get to steal. Any stealers in the chat? Man, back-to-back charms is crazy draws. They cannot cast hammer. Yeah, they get the hammer off the Saga. That was a really confusing spot. I think we navigated. I think we played this game as well as we possibly could have. I don't think we had any other choices. Alright, so untap land, let's just get Archon. Got some time too. Ending on turn 1 seemed weird, but you've used all your mana every turn. Yeah, we had to do it there. Because it's like if we don't ending there, they get to draw a card when we Chalice on turn 2. We can't. I don't think you want to wait on Chalice. But I agree, it looked weird. Alright, second Saga is a really good draw for them. It is lucky for us that they haven't had any 2-mana creatures at least. But we get to Archon. Should end the game. Yeah, and on that turn with the charm, there's like 3 different incorrect lines suggested. Any reason to attack? Not previous turn, they just block. Right. Maybe I missed an attack, I don't know. Here we have a pretty free attack. I think. I guess they could go Paladin, animate Nexus, but then they can't have enough artifacts. Man, this hammer deck is a force of nature. 9. I guess I'll just leave the construct back. Yeah, well, they had a 1/3 with lifelink, and I just had a 2/2. So I don't remember a turn that I had an attack, but maybe there was one. Just hold up Snap Charms. Let's drown. I don't think I need the Prismatic Ending, the Shadow Spear. Yeah, Saga doesn't cast the hammer; it just puts it into play. We couldn't have countered it. Didn't they have just floated mana, then tutored the hammer with the Sigarda's trigger on the stack, animate Inkmoth? Well, I stole Sigarda's aid before the hammer trigger resolved, so I took the right line. I know it was a complicated turn, but I stole the Sigarda's aid before the hammer entered play. And now they can get a hammer, but they don't have an aid in play. But they can get, they can play their Paladin. Kind of crazy that my opponent's like still almost in this game. we were on the draw that game though. Alright, Serra's Emissary is almost lights out against them. I like Kataki. Explosives are both sideboard cards largely for this matchup. I don't like the Brutalities. I don't like the Teferi Time Ravelers. And I think I've been cutting the Gifts on the draw too. And then maybe like the first Thirst, maybe the Snapcaster. Snapcaster, but I'm cutting the Gifts. And you're playing main deck. Yeah. Main deck Chalice is definitely like with I mean, it's not just Hammer Time. Like Chalice is good against Hammer Time, Darcy Ragavan, and Suspend, which is just all the pillars of the format. Yeah, the Hammer deck is also really hard to play against. I actually wonder how big a factor that is, right? I wonder how big a factor people not knowing the best way to play around Hammer Time is and Hammer Time's success. Probably not that high. I feel like usually the average Magic Online player is somewhat on top of things. It's a bit awkward because if we I mean, this hand's great, but it is a bit awkward if we want to Prismatic Ending on 1. We don't have a Godless Shrine to get. But you can just try to draw a another source of mana here, I think. Ding ding ding. Man, this hand is so good. It is going to be kind of a decision if we Unmarked Grave or if we Chalice next turn. And Chalice is so good against them. We can maybe try to set up for a turn where we go Chalice on 2. Oh. So casting Hammer means they have Paladin in hand. So casting Chalice doesn't do that much. I guess I'm going to Unmarked Grave. And then we die to land Paladin Hammer as being exactly their 3 cards. Path to Exile is also like a bit interesting. We can like theoretically try to play around with Chalice of the Void, but I think I'm just like not that likely to take that line. Maybe if they don't do anything this turn, I'll just hold up Charm and then go Chalice and then Persist. It's also nice that in this matchup, Sanctifier and Vec doesn't get exiled by Serra's Emissary doesn't get exiled by Sanctifier and Vec. They do need one more artifact for Metalcraft. Okay, so we can play around Path by going, well, theoretically we should be able to counter any artifact they play. Steel Hammer. Well, we don't need to do anything right now. Yeah, I want to play around Path to Exile or Antonice by just waiting a turn and then going Chalice, then Persist. And then that's a win. Usually Chalice on 1 plus Emissary in play. We just don't need to do anything yet. It could be on Ending. I haven't seen Path, but Hammer Time usually plays a split of Ending, Antonice, and Path in their sideboard. And it's also true that we just, I think, can play around it here. there's not very many ways they can beat this line that we take. It's really difficult for them to kill me through the charm that turn. And now it's just like their deck is really, really cold to this. I did play a land last turn, yeah. They don't have Onto Nice, no land. Sure. I guess I'm more so talking in general in these spots, but Path to Exile and Onto Nice, they usually play one or the other. And so we're just playing around that card. It's kind of the same card. One Beardy Boy is redeemed a deck tech. Domain range. I think we mulligan this. Another Lyra stack. Playing against Luris. I'll keep this, I'll just put back Archon. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize I won the die roll. Yeah, I really thought I lost it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure exactly how to fill out the rest of the sideboard. I know I probably want another Alpine Moon. I might want some more cheap removal spells. Hilarious Burning Catacombs. But I think those are my general thoughts on this archetype at the moment. Gutshot is maybe a good card in the sideboard. Gutshot just being 0 mana removal against Ragavan seems actually really relevant. I feel like 3 Gutshots could be good on the board. Yeah, Prismatic Ending could be like also, you can play that over like Lightning Helix. Yeah, Chalice means you lose Giganta, but I don't think that matters so much. Although it is true Giganta is good in the deck because it beats up on it gives you an out to Blood Moon. Beats up on is maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but it does give you an out to Blood Moon that you always have access to. But there aren't a ton of Blood Moons at the moment, and it's also true that you can side out Chalice, and like I guess you don't want Giganta in the sideboard for only games where you side out the Chalice. I didn't find a Chalice. I kind of just want to go snap Unmarked Grave. Or Unburial Rites. Which is slow, but probably gets the job done here. Then seeing Fatal Push and not Unholy Heat means it's also like they don't have Liliana either. Archon's gonna be probably tough for them to kill. Can't wait for them to untap and Scoos us, yeah. I mean, I feel like people play Voidwalker over Scoos, probably. Scourge. Oh, this is Shadow. Interesting. So we do get to gain life and shrink the Scourge. They probably just sack their Rin and 6 though. Yeah. So we died to TBR. I think them tapping red mana, untapping it, and not immediately just attacking means they're trying to bluff Temur Battle Rage. I think red mana tap untap just means they're bluffing Temur Battle Rage, right? Am I even dead to TBR? I think I am. Yeah, I'm dead to TBR on Scourge. It goes to 8/8. Then yeah, I am. I don't know. Maybe they would have. Surely, if they have Temur Battle Rage, it just isn't that hard for them to figure out that they have a good attack here. Unholy Heat. Well, they have Delirium. If they have Unholy Heat, I mean, I can't play around it. They'll just kill it. Lightning Bolts. Lightning Bolts. Okay. So we have some outs here. Persist is the... Oh, there we go. Cool. Although now this is a 10-10. I have to chump block. And then I've already used the Unburial Rites, so I mean, I actually kind of feel like the, I don't know, maybe the Gifts was fine. Oh, golly. I guess no point in persisting the Snapcaster because the Snapcaster just dies. But if the Snapcaster didn't die, we could go like persist, Snapcaster persist. Just that easy though. Okay, so I probably want Serra's Emissary. Good. I mean, maybe, yeah. If we just get too behind with the big creatures, Emissary is better. Don't want the brutalities. Gift seems kind of slow. Maybe it's not that slow. I probably want Teferi Time Raveler to be able to bounce their like lanterns and stuff. Explosives is also good against that. Karmas can still shadow. Maybe we just got the gifts of the snap. Yeah, this looks pretty lean to me. Wasn't exactly runner, right? Because we got the draw off the Archon. It was, yeah, it was runner. What am I saying? I think I'm supposed to keep this. It's like a little slow to draw, but you know, they're a discard deck. It can be kind of hard to mulligan. Second Darcy. If only I had a Chalice of the Void in play. If I play Chalice on one, it also might make it awkward if I draw explosives. And explosives is so good right now. And Chalice on one is still generally good against them. We'll see what we draw, but I think I'm just gonna play one here. Although I could go. Oh, okay. Kind of want them to commit more into it. I guess I'm just gonna hold up Drown. Yeah, I know I can still play blue for explosives, but that means I can explosive till turn 4. I want to do it next turn. So this line did not play well around Thoughtseize. But I don't know. I don't think my opponent's gonna spellbomb themselves against the Reanimator deck here. They didn't even think about it. Yeah, this has been a crazy match. They don't have a land. Or best case scenario is they go land 1 drop, land Death Shadow. I feel like it's gonna happen. Okay, not that lucky. Not that lucky. Opponent's life is flashing before their eyes here. We're pretty soft to Scourge of the Skyclaves if we don't draw a land. They just have nothing though. We can beat nothing. Thirst in hand. I guess I'm gonna let me thirst. A little flooded. Oh, sorry, not the opposite of crowded. Drown this. Yeah, I think this deck is good overall. I agree. I've been really impressed by it so far. Go Teferi plus Unmarked Grave end of turn. I don't really died it that much because of the Chalice. Yeah, I feel like I've really been happy with the reanimation package in a lot of decks. I just feel like people, the way most people build them, they're just way too in on the reanimation package, where like you need to be playing interactive spells to beat the graveyard hate. I know I could instant speed this, but I don't think it matters. The rights, the Unburial Rites is also just like so key in these decks. Yeah, and Chalice of the Void is also so good right now. I feel like it fits into the archetype pretty well, especially with Thirst for Knowledge. That's kind of the piece of the pie that it brings everything together. When it's showing us the 1-mana spells. Yeah, Chalice of the Void, very good. Alright, let me go ahead and get some water real quick. Be right back. Another Lurrus deck. I think that's 3 in a row. I guess I'm gonna keep. This hand's like a little slow on the draw, but it's hard to mulligan against some Lurrus decks. I don't know if this is a hammer. This hand's like definitely a mull. Let me mulligan. We just go back on Chalice and the draw. Some matchups, yeah, not every matchup. Their second hammer match this league. Thought I mulligan this hand, huh? More and more Modern is feeling like this. To all my Dark Souls fans. Modern is feeling a lot like this these days. Well, Chalice stops a lot of their cards here. They put Laredo in their hand. Take us down to 13. Yeah, so that boss is like the hardest boss in, or the public perception for the hardest boss in Dark Souls 1. And their characters use a spear and a hammer, and then hammer time's like, you know, the deck to beat in Modern, so it fits really well. It fits really well. Prismatic Ending would be a really good draw. Do I have to steal a Midnight and trade Midnights here? Yeah, if I do that, then I can drown the Paladin. Saga is terrible for us. We need to fade that for like one more turn, probably. Yeah, I mean, everybody has you know, different experiences with bosses. Everybody has, you know, everybody struggles with different bosses. Right, no attacks. It's pretty good against our drown. I mean, hold on, no attacks with Paladin though is just good for us. Press back. I don't think I should steal the construct. Maybe I should. The 3/3. Yeah, they drew no 1-drops to try this. If they attack with their Paladin, we can trade, I guess. And yeah, and then we can drown the other Paladin. Probably worth. Guess we can also block the Midnight. Scoop them up, 16 months, appreciate ya. Oh, the hammer though. Oh, the front that they get the hammer. Maybe they'll make me discard a card, huh? I do have 2 Collective Brutalities in the deck. Miss Clinton. They're in the deck. Oh, sorry. I needed to kill the Paladin now. What am I doing? I didn't kill the Paladin. What am I doing? Okay, I can kill it now. My opponents. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't think about this. I also let them draw a card. This is so dumb. Just big ol' whoops. So like maybe they drew this Ingenious Smith. My opponent's mocking me right now. Serra, 4 months. Welcome back. Appreciate you. My opponent's complaining to their chat about how poorly I played just now. You can drown this. Buy some amount of time. 3 mana away from here. I forgot about the Chalice because it hasn't been doing anything this game. We can draw Unmarked Grave, Collective Brutality, Thirst for Knowledge. They also didn't equip their Shadow Spear. They missed a point of damage. So yeah, Brutality, Thirst for Knowledge, Gifts Ungiven's good, Unmarked Grave is good. Have some bad draws, of course. Lands, more Persists. And now they equip. Alright, ding 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 ding. What a match. I do think we have a good matchup. I've definitely been beating the Hammer Time with this deck. But it's just kind of scary playing against them. It's like learning the Ornstein and Smo boss fight. And so my sideboard plans to be bringing these 7 cards, got the Brutalities, the Snapcasters, the Gifts, and the 2 Teferis. Maybe I should make the ONS my new background. I've had this one for the longest time. But I feel like the ONS meme. I spent like I made it in MS Paint, so it took a long time. I feel like this is gonna be a good background. Time to retire this one. Yeah, it's pretty good. Minus plus. I think Brutality is really bad against our opponent. Brutality is 2 mana sorcery speed removal spell that's super inefficient. Doesn't kill everything. I guess it does kill everything, but doesn't kill equipped creatures. Yeah, just not that. I mean, the discard outlet's obviously relevant, but they get Shadow Spear, so they must have Hammer in their hand. I haven't seen the new Remy song, no. I'll watch it later. What's the reason to cut the gifts package? Just kind of slow in this matchup. The whole reason, I guess. I'm just gonna get the Kataki out there, tax the Sentinel. I guess Path is bad against Monkey, but good against Hammer and Murktide. Well, in this deck, if you're talking about this deck, we're playing Chalice, so you don't want a Path. But, like, the thing about Path being good against Murktide is it's good against the card Murktide Regent, but it's bad against the rest of the Murktide Regent deck. So, like, you have to save it for Murktide Regent, which is sometimes awkward if you're just evaluating Path to Exile as a whole. Yeah, Vanishing Verse, that's a good suggestion. Even if you know you will play a long game. Yeah, I mean, you have the advantage in the long game in this matchup, no matter what. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have the long game advantage here. I wonder if I should have blocked. Probably not. It's a bit awkward to play the Chalice with the Kataki in play. Maybe I'll just trade Kataki for Sentinel. I don't think my opponent knows that they can get around Chalice with Stoneforge Mystic. But we're 4-0. We had a little bit of a help here. I currently have 7 trophies. I'm doing decently on the leaderboard. That's not like super high, but decently high. See if we're gonna get trophy number 8 right now. I did already trophy with this deck once. Well, I'm gonna keep this. What do you think about Royal Scions and Blue-Red Murktide? It's just like the 3-drop slots like has a lot of competition because Charm is so good. It's not a terrible card. Well, Doubters, you have been sending the worst champions. The Doubters have been sending the worst champions possible to represent them. My opponents skipped through their first turn. Doubters are having a real tough time getting any competent champions to represent them. Only dead because odds were 90 and 10. I get it, but you know, maybe the doubters should spend less time thinking about the odds and spend more time thinking about finding a competent champion, huh? Maybe we should have fetched Shocked here for Black Source. No, I mean, I think it's good to play around some counter magic here, because next turn we can go Persist plus Drown. Looks like it's the Valamakas deck. And I think this matchup's been close. Been a fun matchup before. Grim Tudin, 14 months, appreciate you. They have a lot of ways to bounce Archon, which is a bit of a problem. You're not long for this world, Mr. Crab. Archon of Cruelty coming to kill a little crab. The flavor is kind of all over the place here, huh? Chalice isn't that relevant against them. Just trying to think if Chalice on 0 does anything. Not really. I got a job for you, Archon of Cruelty. What is it, Nicol Bolas? I'll do anything that you ask me to do. You've got to go to Aspiring Spikes battlefield. There's a crab there that needs to die. At your wish, or whatever. Yes, Lord Bolas. Flavor's a little wacky, huh? Now, come kill this dwarf token too. I guess we just hold up double counter here. Resolves. Yeah, I've succeeded. The believers have been paid off like 4 times in a row now. I don't think there's any reason to Chalice on 0 in this matchup. I did think about it already. Just stolen the clue. Oh, that would have been a better line. This is a matchup where we slide in a lot of the control elements. I do think this matchup gets better post-board because of these cards. Matchups I think this is actually no, we want some endings for Teferi and Ren. Maybe we'll cut. I think on the draw I want 3 endings to be able to answer Ren. On the play, I'll probably bring in the Snapcaster. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, should have stolen the clue. E on 0. I think that we have enough answers to the combo with our counter magic that I'm not that interested in playing E on 0. But in some decks, like that's going to be how you can fight them. It's not the worst plan. Just I think we have better options. It's like you have to hold it up the whole time. Your opponent can see that you have that available. They have Prismari command. It just doesn't feel like the best way to interact with their plan. But in other decks that maybe have less interaction but have EE, that's gonna be something you want. See if they plus. They do. We do have Prismatic Ending, but we could also just die to the combo here. All right, I guess it's just better to persist. Because now we can block Velamakas. Good, pretty good top deck, huh, chat? Above average top deck. You want to play something like Chalice? What would I suggest? I'm not sure. Chalice is like really crucial, I think, to this archetype. Like I would maybe suggest waiting till the metagame shifts and then building like a more traditional control shell. And I have no other plays here. Still could just die next turn. Go into their second main phase. It seemed like they were thinking about time warping. They aren't playing Valentine Warp, it's Imri only. How do you know that? I think I wait. If I played Teferi Plus, I don't have a counterspell up right now. GG's Walapa, thank you for your subscription. Good username. Yeah, but how do you know it's how like what has our opponent done that's like signified that it's Emrakul only? I am them. Of course I know him. He's me. Termination list, crab, dwarf, Teferi. When he's not like the others, when he doesn't belong, it's the crab. I've seen people play Hard Evidence in the Velomachus version, and they also play Teferi, I think. You could be right, but it's just like you could be right, it just doesn't seem like 100% clear. Vindicate, 13 months, appreciate ya. We need a discard outlet if we want to Archon. Okay, Prismatic Ending the Dwarf. Probably not. They're not F6, I think I'm just gonna pass back here. Oh, I could have actually discarded the hand size. That was the line. I think that's what I'm gonna do next turn. Yeah, I didn't see the line. Guess we're not gonna get to. Gloomshot, 10 months. Yeah, man, time really flies, dude. Time really flies. So now we can't discard the hand size. Unmarked Grave's a good draw, though. Although, I'm a bit concerned because we don't have another black source to fetch here. It's just 2 Watery Graves, so if they remand Persist, we can't do it again. Delay. Well, I guess we have Teferi to answer Emrakul. If chat is correct, which chat always is. Oh, though, hold on. Maybe I wanted to hardcast Archon to answer Emrakul, though. I guess that wouldn't work against this crab. I guess I'm just gonna hardcast it next turn. Engine, 11 months, appreciate ya. So this is coming down 2 turns from now. Guess I'm gonna hardcast. This gets around like negate effects. I don't know. They don't probably play those. Still gets disputed. Gets countered by a lot of stuff. Okay, Veil of Summer does stop the ETB trigger. But the Archon is in play. More crabs. We have lots of crabs for you to kill, Archon of Cruelty. This is your lot in life, your destiny. Wouldn't Persist plus Teferi be better? I kind of want to save the Teferi so I can tuck the Emrakul. And also if we cast this Persist, then this Persist suspended does nothing. They had the Emrakul in their hand. Guess I will cast the other Persist now. Because it kills them. Oh. Right. Levers are always paid off in this chat, huh? Levers are always paid off. That's not 2 trophies with the stack. Only lost 1 game that league. Pretty good. I think we have time for 1 more league. Open Titania, open Kaldheim pack. Yeah, beat him.